So at this point, I'm like, okay, I gotta move out of here. I gotta go back home because I'm getting too skinny, literally just trying to avoid this girl, and I don't want to like die of hunger, like actual hunger, just trying to avoid my roommate. Like, you don't do. I don't want to leave. So I told her like, hey, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go back home, for some personal reasons, and like I'm not gonna continue because we're supposed to go into a new 1-year lease together, and I'm like, yeah, that's not happening. So I'm like, okay, I can't re-sign the lease with you. I'm going to go back home. There's some things that I have to work out. And this girl told me I cannot move out of this apartment until I replace all of the toilet paper that I have used. What? Toilet paper? Like, what are you talking about? She was like, yeah, you use my toilet paper. So, and oh, by the way, my mom was coming to pick me up like the next day. So I was like, and I didn't have a car, and like where we were, there was like not an easy like convenience store. I think she knew that. I think she knew it would be a huge struggle for me in the next 6 hours to get toilet paper, and that was what she was gonna like hold me on. So I'm not gonna lie. I told her like, oh yeah, my mom's bringing the toilet paper when she's coming back to get me. Like, don't worry. She's like, when is your mom coming to get you? Because I need to verify the quality of this toilet paper. And so I said that she was coming at like noon, but it was really like, but at the time it was like 6 p.m. So she was like, okay, and then she went out to the club. So when she went out to the club, which she never does, this is why I just feel like God was just like looking out for me. She went out to the club and she got too drunk. So when she came home, she passed out. She's usually a very light sleeper, and like would notice if I like walked across the living room too hard. Like one time she told me that like when I come home, I need to like walk lighter. Oh my gosh, like I need to walk lighter to my room because I'm stomping. Girl, what are you talking about? I'm just walking regularly. So yeah, as luck would have it, she went out to the club and got drunk. So when she came back, she knocked out. So my mom came at like 2 a.m. to pick me up. Like, I don't even know how we pulled this off. Like, we stuffed all my clothes in garbage bags, took everything out of that house that was mine, and just drove 6 hours back to New York. Like, and I was so happy. Like, I felt so free. Like, I had literally like escaped like prison. That like I was like I used to have like those days used to wear like U-part wig. I mean, people still do, but like I was wearing a U-part wig at the time, and I was so relieved that I was like shaking my head, and I had removed my U-part wig out of my head by like just like pulling it out. Like, oh, thank you, I'm finally free. Like, yo, this was like the biggest psychological warfare I had ever experienced living with someone, and that's when I was like, I'm never gonna have roommates again. And yeah, like that is a story of how I will never go back to the city of Boston again. Like that whole experience just gave me such bad vibes that I literally don't even want to go back to the city. It's so bad that my friends have invited me to like their events, and it's been in Boston, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I won't be able to come for personal reasons. And the personal reasons are the trauma that I had from my roommate back when I was 21. Never again. Never again.